Hi, my name is Gervais, Chief Economist at FCC, with a brief commentary on the decision of the Bank of Canada to cut its policy rate today by 25 basis points. So not much of a surprise if you looked at, for example, short-term inflation measures, looking at the 3-month annualized rate of inflation, for example, since the beginning of 2024, that short-term inflation measure was actually slightly below or in line with the midpoint of the Bank of Canada target range for inflation, which is between 1% and 3%. So we had credible evidence that inflationary pressures were slowing down, and that's in contrast what we observed at the end of 2023, where those short-term inflation measures were in that 3% or slightly above 3% range. So really credible evidence that inflationary pressures are slowing down, combined with a slowdown in the Canadian economy, led the Bank of Canada to offer a bit of relief to businesses and consumers by cutting its policy rate. Now, leading up to the decision today, financial markets assigned a probability of 80% to see the Bank of Canada cut its policy rate. So I am not thinking that the decision today is going to have a major impact on financial markets or interest rates in financial markets. Now, this is going to offer a little bit of relief to businesses or consumers that carry the debt under a variable rate. But otherwise, I don't expect the decision today to have major implications for interest rates in financial markets. Now, the important thing will be to monitor what will happen for the rest of 2024. The bank has made it really clear that they will be monitoring data coming in to make sure that the decision today is not leading to inflationary pressures going up again. There will be 2 more inflation data points released before the next decision of the Bank of Canada in July. And in our opinion, it doesn't change anything to our forecast to see 3 rate cuts for all of 2024 from the Bank of Canada, 3 rate cuts of 25 basis points. So keep an eye on the language of the Bank of Canada for the next decision, looking at how they evaluate the decision that they made today to bring a little bit of relief when it comes to interest rates. And that will likely have a major impact on the path of future rate cuts for the rest of the year. For more information, I encourage you to go to our website at fcc.ca/economics.